Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining me for the Monica Makes It Happen show. I'm Monica Morales. You can see me every day on Pix 11 News, and we're ready for a new year of fighting for you. We're off to a great start already. This show is about impactful stories, getting people resources, repairs, and respect they deserve. We also highlight community champions who are making it happen. It's stories you really care about. We go more in depth every day. I'm in your neighborhoods and homes working to make your lives better. We also read all your comments, so if you're watching right now, comment right now. Tonight's episode is emotional and important. It's all about protecting families and children. But first, this.
Monica Makes It Happen is sponsored by London Disability, dedicated to helping the disabled get Social Security benefits.
And we're starting with an initiative that is helping to protect children and the heroes who are helping make it happen. Did you know that January is Human Trafficking Month? It's an international crisis, and now a major U.S. company is leading the effort to protect children from being exploited. I visited a Bronx school where a special program raised awareness about this terrible crime. Take a look. We're here in the Bronx with more than 500 students getting a very important message on the red flags of human trafficking. It's thanks to Goya Cares. Take a look.
As a peer, what can I do to help the victim that is experiencing human trafficking?
A great question asked by high school senior Denart Maxani after an emotional presentation at his school Thursday afternoon about human trafficking.
Take the boy too.
There were moments that were eye-opening and even disturbing. That was the point, says Goya Foods CEO Bob Unanaway.
As human beings, we're capable of many dark things, but we're also capable of many good things.
550 students packed the auditorium here at the High School of Computers and Technology and Bronx Aerospace High School. These teens got a chance to talk to experts about a growing problem in their neighborhood.
It's the biggest industry. There's more money involved in trafficking than in drugs, than arms sales. And because there's so much money in it, there's so much evil attached to it.
Unanaway hopes this afternoon will have a big impact on these young people and start an important conversation. Experts say human trafficking is the theft of someone's freedom for profit. Traffickers prey on the vulnerable. Many are children. María Trusa is the founder and CEO of a nonprofit called I Say No More. She says it happened to her.
There's one sign that we all have, which is the light in our eyes turn off.
The warning signs of a child being trafficked: isolation, lack of eye contact, branding tattoos on their neck or arms, depression and anxiety, and even bedwetting.
We want to make sure that it's something that triggers something in them.
The assembly focused on warning signs both online and in their communities, and what to do if someone needs help. Did you get a lot of good questions today or what?
Oh my God, the kids were so amazing today. They were so engaged.
Unanaway says the event is just the beginning of a war against trafficking. He says his army of community champions are ready. He hopes to expand the program to every school in our area.
We're forming this coalition. It's really an army of people that care.
And if you want to be part of that army, you can go to GoyaCares.com or just go to Pix11.com. We'll link you there if you want it in your community. Next, in the Bronx, Monica Morales, Pix 11 News. And joining me now is Leslie Rodriguez with the Center for Safety and Change, and Rafael Toro, the National Director of Public Relations for Goya Foods. Thanks for joining me, both of you. I know you both well. You're my friends. And I love what the CEO said. I am forever changed by that assembly. Something shifted inside of me as a mom and a journalist. And I have to tell you what he said about the army of people who care. Rafael, you're leading that army at Goya. Tell me about GoyaCares.com. What is that all about?
Well, Goya Cares actually started by our involvement in a movie, Sound of Freedom, which we were the executive producers. And through this movie, we found how prevalent this whole issue of human and child trafficking was, not only in this country, but really globally. And we decided that we wanted to be involved. And actually, this has expanded to not only child trafficking, but just protecting children as a whole, and also about the abuses of mental illness in children. And really what we're trying to do is we want to keep children from becoming victims. because once a child becomes a victim, it's so hard to make them a survivor. And we do this by going to where the kids are. And that's social media, and that's in the schools.
I love that you say that, Raphael, because, you know, I was there. I was sitting right next to you. And I'm going to tell you, it was really hard to sit through. But I think as parents who might be watching, and we're on social media right now. So I love that you say it's online, it's a danger. And why are you so passionate about this, Raphael? I know you are one of our community champions at Pix 11. Why are you so driven to help?
Because it's important that we protect our children. And this is so prevalent. You know, kids now with phones have access to the world. And sometimes kids, they don't know who they're talking to. And it's so easy for a kid to get caught up in this whole issue of trafficking and abuse. And we just want to do something about it. And what we want to do is we want to educate, we want to prevent, and we want to build coalitions. We want to work with organizations like the Center for Safety and Change, like No Digo No Mas, like the Covenant House, and also organizations that may not be involved in this but want to get involved, like Somos Healthcare and the National Supermarket Association. Together, we can work things out and we can make things better, because good people can make great things happen.
I love when you say that, Raphael. And then also on your cans, I didn't know this, but on your cans, because, you know, I love Goya. Thousands, millions of families across the world love Goya, but on your cans, you have something that's helping.
Well, we have created a website, GoyaCares.com, where you can get a plethora of information on what to do about these issues and red flags. And we put it on 30 million of our cans.
Look at that. Look at that
So
right there.
all you have to do is scan the QR code and you go to our website and you get all this information about what you can do about abusive children.
You made it so easy. And Leslie, you're the expert. And I saw your connection to the kids in that auditorium. What are the warning signs? Tell us right away if a parent is watching.
Well, some of the warning signs that I always like to tell parents is that, you know, you want to make sure that you're having the conversation with your child regarding unexplained friendships, right? Keeping friendships hidden from them. Also, a major one that it's really important for adults to know, not only parents, but any adult that plays some type of role in a youth's life, whether it be a teacher, a counselor, is to ask them if they're exchanging some type of activity in exchange for something of value, whether it be money, whether it be gifts, expensive gifts, cell phones, right? Money, you know. So these are some of the things also that are important for them to know. If they're feeling forced or threatened to engage in certain acts that they don't want to engage, but they have to because they're feeling forced or they're being threatened.
And Leslie, these predators are online. The percentage now, they're online. They're coming in through the laptops, the phones. You no longer have to worry about the stranger on the corner. It's in your phone.
Absolutely. And what we're seeing is, from doing the work at Center for Safety and Change, is that a lot of these predators are being witty, are being clever as to how they recruit their victims. So it could be social media, and that's one of the major platforms. And we know this because social media technology is ever evolving, right? So social media is one of the major platforms in which traffickers are using. So we have all these different apps, right? We have Instagram, we have TikTok, we have Snapchat. And what they're doing is they're creating fake profiles to catfish their victims, to try to lure them in, seduce them, solicit them, befriending them, right?
Leslie, listening to you talk to those kids and the reactions, as a mom, I know I immediately spoke to my children about it. And hopefully we're starting this conversation. You hope to be, final question, you hope to be in every school in New York City, right?
Yes. I mean, we hope to be in the schools, in every schools. And the thing is, you know, we have gone already to middle schools. We have done the assemblies in middle schools, high schools, colleges. So we're really getting the word out there, right? Because we want the kids to know this information, what are the red flags, but above all, we want them to know that we are a resource, right? Because Center for Safety and Change and other coalition partners are, as Raphael mentioned, there are on the website, GoyaCares.org. We want them to know that there are resources in case they need to speak to someone. And like I mentioned, Center for Safety and Change is a sole victim crime agency in Rockland County. So we provide an array of services to victims of domestic violence, sexual trauma, human trafficking, and other crimes. So we want them to know that our stance is that we believe them. And one thing that we have found is that living in this culture is that they're being re-victimized, right? They're being doubted, or you did something, or you're guilty, you shouldn't have done this. We're not coming from that stance. We're coming from the stance that we believe you, and we want you to know that we are here to help you heal. We are here to be with you, to help you work through your trauma. And
I love that, Leslie. Leslie, really quick, you did save children. So your program has already saved children, and we know that the numbers are there. So we appreciate you guys so much. Leslie, Raphael, I hope you'll come back on our show, be a regular here on the Monica Makes It Happen series, and we're going to keep following. And I just have a good feeling someone's watching will want it in their school. It can be in their neighborhood next. Thanks for all the good work that you both do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Monica, for interviewing us.
You got it. And now we have some good news to report. The New York State Comptroller says there's free money available, and it could be yours right now. You may have heard of pennies from heaven, but how about dollars from the state? New York State has $18.4 billion in unclaimed money right now. There's even a new record of $12 million for a claim paid to one person. And it's not just people who can claim funds, but businesses too. Listen to this message from State Comptroller Tom DiNapoli.
Hello, Monica. It's Tom DiNapoli. Greetings from Albany. As State Comptroller, one of the best parts of my job is returning New Yorkers' lost money. Every day we give back about $1.5 million to their rightful owners. On average, returns are $50 to $100, but sometimes it's in the thousands or even millions of dollars. Lost money can come from a forgotten bank account, an uncashed check, old stocks, or insurance money. And guess what? We found $2,336.79 for Pix 11. It all came from uncashed checks. The big takeaway, anyone or any organization could have unclaimed funds. So head to the New York State Comptroller's website and click on Unclaimed Funds. It's easy to search and claim online. You can also call us at 1-800-221-9311 or stop by one of our in-person events. Remember, Monica, it's easy to lose money, and we're trying to make it easier for you to find it.
Thanks, Tom, for the good news. That was great. Joining me now is Lily Regan from Chelsea. She's a mother of two who recently checked online and found some unclaimed cash herself. She says it's easy to do. Hi, Miss Regan. How are you?
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. I know everyone's listening very closely right now. So you literally just went online and found out that there was some unclaimed cash for you?
Yeah, that's exactly so. My daughter, it popped up on her Reddit somehow, and I just did it actually really quickly while I was on my cell phone, and it was really user friendly, and we got a check like within 2 weeks.
It's unbelievable. You did it on your cell phone, but you found out you had how much money? It was almost $500. Is that right?
Yeah, it was just under $500, and I was completely surprised. Yeah, it was from Bed Bath and Beyond. I have no idea. I think it was an unclaimed store credit or something like that.
It's amazing. And then you went so far as to say maybe my kids. I didn't know that the kids could also have unclaimed. Did they have unclaimed funds as well?
So the daughter that originally looked didn't, but I did, my husband did, and our son did.
And there was unclaimed funds there as well?
Yes. My husband had around $50 and my son had around $400.
What? $400? See, now this, every dollar counts right now. People watching hopefully will be going on there and looking at it. When Tom told me this was happening and it was in the billions, we had to share your story. I'm just curious, if someone's watching right now, what's your message to them about unclaimed funds and how easy it is to get?
Just check it. It's completely legitimate. I know it's a little scary. They ask you for your Social Security number, but it's completely safe and user friendly. Like I said, I did it on my cell phone. I'm gonna
have to do that myself.
Yeah, plug in the numbers and find out. The only thing is if you're at a different address now, you do have to print it out. That happened with my brother. I've been telling my entire family, actually, to do this. And all you need to do then is just have it. You print it out, also very easy, did it on his cell phone, and take it to a notary with some evidence that you did live in the previous address. But it's definitely worth it.
That's amazing. Thank you, Lily. You should work for the state comptroller's office. I'm sure they're watching now. So I really appreciate you sharing your story. I always love our series is all about help and hope. So thank you again for being on our show.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for watching. Don't forget to watch the next episode of my TV show in just a few weeks. It's all about money. We'll talk to the experts about how to build wealth for families and communities. Let's build wealth together. The show is on Monday, January 29th at 4:30 p.m. We're going to have moguls, music legends, surprises, and checks for our viewers. You can also watch me every night on Pix 11 News at 4:30, 5:55, and 6:30 p.m. And don't forget to comment right now, like, and share this show, especially about the money. I'm sure there's people who want that money. So reach out to us with your stories as well and your videos at Monica Morales TV on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Maybe you could be featured on one of these shows, and together we're going to make it happen. See you next time.